Coin. So Coin had the crazy news that coming out that apparently they had some sort of a partnership with BlackRock, which is one of the biggest investment firm in the world, and it started running from 70 all the way up to 115, which drives everyone crazy. I was really in the serious FOMO myself, and as you see, went up all the way. Alright guys, good morning everybody. This is Andrew. I'm gonna do the recap. I'm in, as I mentioned, Chamonix in France. If you guys are following me in social media, you can just follow me on Instagram and see where I am and what I'm doing. And I'm gonna have a recap with the legend himself, Thor. And yeah, Brian is actually doing a camping trip, so he's not gonna be available online today and tomorrow. So I'm gonna do that with legend himself. So let's start from Thor. Thor, what I see here right now, I'm gonna show it in my screen. People can see it as well. You did a really nice short and plug from R4. You wanna explain yourself? How did you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the chat room here, we have a lot of different scanners. One of the ones we have is a scanner that I actually helped put together with a buddy of mine, and with Andrew's support, and it's called our Pivot Alert Bot, and basically it calls out trades that have volume conditions near key pivots. And you can see on Andrew's screen here the R4. As the price ran into R4, you could see how the volume and the volume chart below is like really small, even though we had such a big move. So I went ahead and shorted there, and got a nice move down, and then stopped out the rest at break even. And now I'm actually back in a short on it that I am still holding, to see if it works. And you can see that my stop order is still just sitting there. It is sitting up above, and that's my stop order. So I do not trade without stop orders. I used a fixed risk hotkey that our in-house tech guy Kyle has scripted for us that we love using. So basically, I know exactly how much money I'm going to lose if I stop out at 24.31. And that's where we're at there. And then my other trade today was a really fun trade. We had an idea on mRNA because of the big move it had yesterday. I was hoping to play a little bit of the pullback today, if you will. So when mRNA got near the red line up there is R3. In this instance, I went ahead and shorted using a new high, and got a nice move back on that. I did try and add on that one, but unfortunately, it went against me a little bit too much, and I had to stop out at my new average cost after the ad. But Andrew and I talk a lot about this. It's just part of the rules. I can't hold. I still felt like we were going to drop, but I averaged in a little or added in a little bit too much, so I had to get out. And then I decided to call that a day. So, and those are I only took a couple trades today, so real nice. And, we hung in the room. The room got a lot of good trades, and Andrew got some really good stuff. Crazy plays on coin today.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's my day.
Yeah, so you did two nice trades. If you want over trading, I did that for on behalf of everybody in the chat room. Let's start with Coin. So Coin had the crazy news that coming out that apparently they had some sort of a partnership with BlackRock, which is one of the biggest investment firm in the world, and it started running from 70 all the way up to 115, which drives everyone crazy. I was really in the serious FOMO myself, and as you see, went up all the way up to 115 and opened very strong. I jumped in 108, very small share size, and to get a 1 minute opening range break up, I didn't get filled for the next move up, and eventually from 107 all the way up to $115. So that was a really good play. But I think it was very, very small share size because it was kind of less than $1,200. I got $5 move. I don't know, maybe I got a couple of hundred shares on that, and that was a really, really nice move that I got from that. AMC was the worst.
Yeah, not a lot of risk though for big profits.
Yeah, that's awesome. Another thing. I mentioned that in the chat room that you got to be really careful trading these crazy stocks because managing risk is very, very important. For example, 116 drops to 110. That's $6. So you got to be really, really careful on that. So that was my trade here. AMC was the worst trade that I lost both on short and long. It really popped up very strong at the open. Really nice squeeze up, really nice small ABCD pattern. I went long. I know Jared was trading it at one long at 1964 for the next move up, and suddenly it dropped on it, and really I just got to stop that on it. And then I flipped my position short on that, so it's essentially two trade. So this one was the really bad loss, and then I essentially went short on it. That I made some money on that, um, but I didn't stop trading. I continued trading it. I did another short here, and then I got one short stopped out, two actually short stopped out here. So I got two short stopped out on that. So eventually turned out to be, so that was one short, that was another short. This one I got stopped out, and this one I got stopped out. So unfortunately, as you see, I really didn't make any money, and on the short side I also lost money. So this one and this one was okay, but eventually I lost money on that. It was really hard. Look at the 5 minute candlesticks, just the choppiness was crazy, and after that it just turned out to be in a chop fest, and it still is in a chop fest, and it's really hard to really figure out in any direction on that. So yeah, AMC I really both on the short side and on the long side, and that was really difficult. Lucid was a really good trade for me. That was my best trade. Lucid was gapping down 10% for the earning, and this is important because I mentioned that this is very bullish pattern on the pre-market. Really, it's grinding up above the VWAP, and it was ready for opening range breakup. But the problem with this stock is that it's gapping down 10%. So it had like a headwind. There's a news that is dropping down. But regardless, I saw that for about 10 minutes, really chopping, and then sold off. And then a really heavy volume came in and a squeeze. I went long heavy, covered, sold some, and then added more on the way down. Heavy size, sold on all the way up to 1885. And then the last piece I got at the break even when it dropped. That was the best trade. I mean, this one, if it was gapping up 5% or to 10%, it would have been really nice, strong going up there. But regardless, we got a really nice move on that. I was patient on that, so this was entry, and then a couple of really big ads on it. And I was hoping to get to 19, but we really didn't get into the 19. And then we got to the king of overtrading was AMD for me. So AMD on a 5 minute chart was really bullish. On a 5 minute chart was really bullish. But I tried to time it for the break of 101, which was the 2 days ago high. But I really had trouble finding a good risk to reward and entry on that. I went long, popped up, got stopped out. These drops are really chopping me around. Eventually, as Thor mentioned, that we saw a really nice level 2 ladder that we came up, and we eventually got long on it. From 103, added more, sold all the way up to 105. I added more, and I got stopped out. Now it looks like it's actually moving up higher. So actually, I wouldn't mind adding a little bit on that to go for 105. So I'm actually adding a little bit on that and see if we can go go back to the high today. So the candles, the problem with this chart pattern is that the 5 minute was very bullish and it still is really bullish, but 1 minute was really choppy. This one turned out to be a really nice 920 trade here. So in that time when I was really getting stopped out, it turned out to be a really 920 trade, which is on a 2 minute chart when you were hitting the 20 moving average. This was a really good entry, long entry. If Brian was in the chat room, he would have been definitely had this move up. But the market wasn't really helping us. The market, the QQQ and SPY was really choppy, so it wasn't really helping us, and that was the main problem, and really chopping around and going down. So right now I'm actually in AMD. Let's see if we can go for the break of high of today. SPY looks like it's really trying to bounce back a little bit, and if not, we'll just get a stopped out at the break even. The problem with this entry, guys, is, again, if this is important, that when you're kind of getting an entry near the break of high of the day, the stop loss risk to reward is getting a little bit tough. And Jeff asked that question. That was the problem with me with AMC. Now your stop loss has to be naturally around here. You have to give it room. That's why you need a really good confirmation of the move up. And if it starts messing around too much or it drops too fast, you might be able to get a really bad loss on that. That's exactly what happened on AMC for me. My entry was really extended, but I was really having this confirmation that the volume is coming and we're gonna get the breakout. But it dropped, and see how much space we had to the 9 moving average. So that's why I naturally should have got to stop that at 1930. But regardless, that's a really big drop. So was a little bit challenging here. So what do we have on AMD? Let's see, AMD, see it has struggling a little bit right now. at the open, but let's see if it's struggling a little bit at the open. But 5 minute candlesticks are fairly very bullish. See these consolidation ABCD pattern. It's just a matter of giving it some room on the lower time frame to get a bit to get the breakout. So today is Thursday. John is having mentorship session at 11. Thor is going to have the mentorship session at 8, and Ed Martin is going to have his mentorship session at after the close of 4 p.m. If there's any earning, is going to trade as well. Let's see what this AMD is doing. I'm just trying to see if you can get the breakout. Do you see anything, Thor, on the level 2?
Actually, right now, positioning in level 2 actually looks pretty strong. So I'm seeing lots of orders at 101.50, 101.75, and 101.80. So right now, the order book would insinuate strength in the position. So I actually think you're good for a break to 101.50. So we'll reevaluate there and see if it stalls. But right now, it looks like they want it unless some seller comes from off the book and stuffs it. But the only problem that we're going to have as a contrary is both of the major ETFs are coming back into pre-market low right now. So they're probably the ETFs will probably stall and struggle a bit here as we come in, so that won't help you. But the order book looks like it wants to go long right now, or stay long, I should say. We've had this lingering seller that keeps short selling and comes off and then throws orders down at 175. They're kind of playing some games trying to push the price around, but they're not in right now, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so again, AMD is now doing this consolidation, so that's some sort of a small ABCD pattern. Any entry would be here, but you have to put a small stop loss below 101 or something like that. And it's getting tough. We're getting into the time of the day that is also not easy to trade. So I don't know. It might getting a little bit tougher to trade at this time of the day. But there's a potential that we're going to break out here at 101.50. Let's see if we can actually get it live. If there's any big ask at about 101.50.
I mean, our order book to the top side looks great for an advance. So as long as we can get some volume in, it should go. If we get much higher, any of our bears that are in right now are going to freak out. So, and that'll help.
Come on, one more push. We're going to get out of it. 140. Come on. So I'm getting out some here at 140. Again, I wish I had a better entry. The 920 trade, the good thing about 920 trade is that you're gonna have a really, really good entry. So now my entry is just not great, and makes a little bit my trading a little bit more challenging. But let's see what we're gonna do that. Okay, now we're gonna go 140.
Here we go.
Out more some here. Oh,
there they are. Shorts are covering.
Oh, there you go. Popped out. Nice.
There you go. 101.50. Nailed it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. No, that's good. I'm getting all out of it. So that was very decent. I think I was just that's what I was expecting to do. So overall, I had a really, really good day. It was a big day for me, but because I sold some of my open positions on the indexes, so I sold some of my TQQ that I had. So that was like $17,000. I have some TNA as well that I sold. That I'm just feeling that market is due for a pullback. So it was a big day, but a lot of them was actually swing trading. AMC was the worst trade that I had. So I'm gonna trade as well tomorrow, guys, with Tor in the morning, and there you go, guys. Have a good day, and next week I'm gonna be back in the office, and hopefully see you at the office, guys. And we have the LA meetup. It's coming in the weekend after, so excited to see all of you guys. Goodbye, guys.